All right. Hello. Come on in to All Things Odd. I'm Dr. Natalie Phillips.
And I'm Whitney.
So we're running a little bit late because we have patients, obviously.
Yeah.
We do this in the middle of our day. So we are running a little bit behind. So thank you for being patient if you're tuning in. So before we get started on our show today, I'm going to have Whitney kind of talk a little bit about our YouTube channel here.
Yes. So as you can see, we have 67 subscribers. I think that's more than last time. We have just a lot of fun videos. We've worked, and I say we, I mean Dr. Phillips works really hard on getting really cute thumbnails for us. But the perfect thing about the YouTube channel is it's great for people who maybe don't have just typical social media. So you're able to, find a video that interests you, and then you can actually share it out, which is really nice. And so today's video actually will be a really good one, I think, to share, especially if you've maybe not done all your Christmas shopping.
Yeah.
So,
that's what we're super excited for. So, all right. So with that, we are going to start our show today. But before we get to it, so we have a lot of great stocking stuffer ideas, hence the kind of Christmas theme here. But before we do that, we have had, if you noticed on our social media channels, which if you are following, then please go ahead and vote on our stockings. But we're going to talk about our stockings. If you're not following, look right underneath, like right over here by me, that little scan, that QR code. You can scan that QR code, get connected to us, and you can follow us on our social media channels. But we are having a stocking decoration contest. So we're going to talk about that real quick before we get to our stocking stuffers. And the nice thing about that is we have chosen to each decorate a stocking, and then we also have chosen to pick a favorite nonprofit organization in our community. So with that, everybody in our office, so Dr. Galloway, myself, Whitney, and then our two front office staff, Effie and Susan, have all decorated stockings. And who we're playing for, because so every nonprofit is going to get a donation, a monetary donation. It just depends on how much, if your stocking comes in like first, second, third, fourth, or fifth. Okay, so here are the nonprofit organizations that we're playing for. They are Food Bank of Larimer County, the Murphy Center or Homeward Alliance, Crossroads Safe House, Animal Friends Alliance, and Stork Support of Northern Colorado. So those are the nonprofit organizations. And I'm going to have Whitney kind of hold up our stockings now. So if you haven't voted yet, put it in one of our social media channels. Okay, so here is the first stocking.
So we have a cute little penguin that has Christmas lights, and it says fa la la.
Yeah, and it lights up.
It does light up. I think it might be dead, but that's okay.
Okay, but we've been doing it for the whole month of December.
Yes.
That's number one. That's the first stocking. So if you like number one, give number one a shout out. Okay,
Yes.
This is number two.
Very cute candy cane hearts, and then some kind of custom embellishments. So very cute.
Okay, so if you like number two, write number two down on one of our social media channels.
All right, we have plush number 3.
We say plush because it's stuffed and it's got some reindeers on there,
so
some
cute.
gifts, and let's see, stockings that are hanging.
Bottles of glitter. It's really fun.
Super cute.
Cute.
If you like number 3, give number 3 a vote. Okay, here's number 4.
Perfect for audiology.
So those are snowflakes that are made out of Q-tips. Q-tips and bling.
Pretty.
So number 4. So give number 4 a shout out. And number 5.
Rudolph.
Cute, with cute little button earrings. on its antlers.
So cute.
Merry Christmas. Okay, so those are our stockings. We have them posted in our social media channels as well. So if you want to see them close up and zoom in or whatever, we've got them on pictures. But we are taking votes until Christmas. So December 25th is the last day that you can vote on our stockings. And then we will make the announcements of which nonprofit organization won, as well as not sure if we'll write down bragging rights or not yet of who made what. So you want to stay tuned. Okay, so that's our stocking decoration contest. We had a lot of fun. So today, what we thought we'd talk about is favorite stocking stuffers. And we do this kind of every year because it's a great way for people who maybe are last minute shoppers or you don't really know what to get. These are some great ideas. Now, if you're tuning in and we see that we've got some people live. So if you're tuning in and you're watching this and you're like, hey, I have an idea to put it in the comments in one of our social media channels that you're watching, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube. We drop this into Instagram after. So if you're seeing this on Instagram, you can put a comment there as well to help other people out that might need some ideas for last minute gifts or stocking stuffers. Okay, so I'll have Whitney start with one of her favorite stocking stuffers.
Okay, so one stocking stuffer that I think is a really good idea, especially if you have a loved one that has an ear mold, is actually this Proxy Soft Floss. And I'm sure you're like, isn't that for dental care? It can be, yes. However, this little tool is the perfect thing for actually cleaning out ear mold vents. And that's just like a common thing when patients come into the office that have ear molds. And so letting them have, there's 100 in one of these. It's just a really good way for them to maintain their ear molds in between clinic visits. And it's just a quick, cheap little option. I think a good stocking stuffer.
Yeah. So like if you're wondering where you get these things from, like you can always ask us, send us a message, or a lot of the times you can just get them on Amazon too. It's not like we're trying to make money off of it.
Yeah,
we're just trying to let you know, what might be helpful for people who have a hearing loss that have hearing aids in your life. Some great ideas. So with that, I wanted to talk about accessories. So accessories are like the TV device. Can you pass me that TV device? And then I think there's a remote microphone here too. So this is a TV device. So hearing aids, yes, they help you hear better, obviously, but sometimes people like to have direct audio input from their televisions. And so this is something that you can kind of see the back part of it here, where depending on the type of TV that you have, this box right here just sort of kind of sits and plugs into your TV. And once you have this plugged in and it's connected to your hearing aids, you can just pull it up on your app. And all of a sudden you've got TV adapter, and you can, the hearing aids can actually attach to the television in real time and directly with no wires or anything like that. So the nice thing about this is, let's say if you have this little box connected to your TV and you are the person wearing the hearing aids, you can have the TV on, walk to the kitchen, go upstairs, go outside to get the mail, and you're still going to be able to hear within reason. There's definitely a distance on this, but you be able to hear whatever's coming out of the television, which is really nice. Another accessory is a remote microphone. So we have this remote microphone here, super easy. It clips on to the back right here of your lapel. So I can just clip it on right here. And nice thing about this is, again, direct audio input. If Whitney was the one that had hearing aids on and we were out at a restaurant, if she had this connected to her hearing aids and I had it clipped right here, I could be clipping this on and talking to her. And as soon as my voice hits this microphone, it goes straight to her hearing aids. So that's what we mean by direct audio input. Super small. It can fit in a stocking. So stop on in if you think that your loved ones might want to use something like this. It's super easy to use. So these are called hearing aid accessories, things that can be coupled or I guess Bluetooth, to your hearing aids and actually help you hear better because you're shortening the distance of your hearing aids to the source of whatever you want to listen to. So accessories is another one.
I love that. Kind of in the same camp of that. We were even thinking, who couldn't use an extra charger? I think, hearing aids that are rechargeable, they do come with their own charger. But it would be really nice, I think, if some individuals, maybe you have a 2-story house, or maybe you have one in your, your bathroom or your bedroom. And then you're like, it would be really more convenient if I also could have one in my kitchen or in the living room. Sometimes patients even have them designated just for traveling. And so they just keep them in their duffel bag. And that way they don't have to get to their destination and be like, oh my gosh, I left my charger at home. There's one that just lives in their duffel bag. So come on in. We work with all manufacturers. So we have some that are in stock that we could still have available. And again, will fit great in a stocking.
Yeah. We had some pediatric patients that they wanted to have a charger like at home versus school, or mom's house and dad's house, and so they actually purchased 2 chargers so that they didn't have to take it with them when they traveled or whatever from one house to the other or back and forth from home to school. So sometimes it's nice to have that extra charger, so that way you can leave one where at a place like mom or dad's house and or school. So multiple chargers don't hurt. It's just something that's nice to have.
Yeah.
And you don't have to carry it around. So
yeah,
love it. Okay. Another one that I had was a way to kind of clean devices. So we have these things called audio wipes that we're going to put up right here. And this box of audio wipes, they're kind of cool. So everybody always asks us, like when they come in and we do a clean and check, like, what are you using to clean off my hearing aids? And so we actually have different types of wipes that we use that are antiviral, antibacterial. This is really nice because it's a box. So you can come on in, you can grab a box of these, stick it in their stocking, but they are all individually wrapped just like this. So it's kind of like one of those just like hand wipes that you would get like at a barbecue restaurant, I guess. But they're individually wrapped. So you get a whole box of these, or you can come in and buy a couple of these if you want to. But honestly, you can carry them around in your purse, in your car. And if you wanted to clean off your hearing aids, it's so nice because they're so tiny, but they are something that is slightly damp. And that way you can kind of clean off your hearing aids if you want to. So audio wipes is another one that we absolutely love. We've got boxes of these. It does say audiologist choice on it, but audio wipes is a nice thing that you can have to clean off your hearing aids. So this is another nice stocking stuffer.
Yeah, good idea. Another one that we were thinking of is our little dry aid kits. And I'll take this out of the box, but a dry aid kit is if you happen to accidentally, get in the water with your hearing aid, this is just a safe spot if there has been any water to enter the device itself. Let's see. There's little beads in there, and basically you just place your device in there, close the lid, and those little beads are going to help draw out the moisture and help preserve, any sort of damage from happening to your device. Really, really handy, especially maybe if you have little kids. It might not be super exciting for them, but as parents, you might find a lot of use as, it is cold now, but swimming, things like that, activities. So a really good idea.
Yeah. And if you really accidentally like jumped into the pool or the shower and you're really worried about it, or your hearing aids have gone through the washer dryer, bring it back to us. Again, as you guys know, and we even have a video on this, we have a system called the Redux system where we can actually draw moisture out of your hearing aids if you're worried about that. Okay. My next one is, I love talking about earplanes. And so earplanes are really good, especially if you're going to travel, especially during the season where people have a lot of stuffiness. Maybe you have a cold. These are tiny little filters, earplugs that have filters in it. So imagine like when you change altitudes, you have this little bit of pressure in your ears and you feel like you want to pop those ears open. You're trying to equalize pressure from one side of your eardrum to the other side of your eardrum that's connected through to your nose. It's called the eustachian tube. And so a lot of the times, some people that they fly and they're stuffed up or they're sick or they've got sinus issues, it's harder to equalize that pressure. And so a lot of the times you have pain, you have discomfort when you ascend or descend because of the difference of the cabin pressure. Maybe if you're driving to the mountains, we live in Colorado, same thing with like the change in altitude. down. And so not being able to do that can cause that discomfort or pain. So these tiny little, you can kind of see them in the top corner here. They're just blue earplugs that have flanges on them. So they're universal. They'll fit most people. They have a pediatric size for kids and then also for adults, but they have little filters in them. And so what happens is right before you descend, you can, when they say we're going to descend in 20 minutes, start doing whatever, you can actually put these earplugs in and put them in both of your ears. And it slows the process down because as you go down and descend, once you reach the ground, you can then loosen it up and take them out safely. And it's allowed that pressure on one side of your ear to the other side to go at a much slower rate so you don't notice that pressure change or that pain or that discomfort, if that makes sense. So I love earplanes. I always have them packed in my little bag that I toss in my carry-on when I'm traveling. All my kids have one in their little bag that I've packed for them with their Kleenex, their hand sanitizer, their earplanes. So everybody in my family, when we travel, has a little travel bag that they just toss into their carry-on. Very, very small. These are not very expensive, like $7 to $10 or something like that. Even at a local drugstore, you can look for them. So hopefully
that's a really
that will
good idea.
help.
Yeah. One of the things I wanted to talk about is also a really affordable gift, I think, and it's one that almost every hearing aid user needs, and that is wax guards. So these little tools, if you don't know, they help keep wax out of receivers, which are the wires that go in patients' ears that have little domes. And what can happen after time, they can just get plugged, and they're tiny. And as amazing as it is, when they get, you see that little white thing, when those get plugged with wax, it makes the hearing aid, the sound might be weak. Sometimes patients feel like they can't hear anything at all. And so patients do get these when they first get hearing aids, but depending on people's wax, some people just go through them more than others. And at our clinic, we are lucky enough to work with all manufacturers, the big 5. So we have wax guards. So if you have a loved one and you're like, you know what, I'm going to save them a trip and I'm going to pick them up a pack of wax guards, these are like $2.50 for a pack. So super affordable and very useful. Honestly, it can make or break a hearing aid from working.
Yeah, less than a cup of coffee. So
yeah,
absolutely. All right. Well, those are some of our fun stocking stuffers, our last minute shopping gifts, recommendations for people if you are just like, I don't know what to get. And it is now the 19th. So you have 6 days till Christmas, which sounds crazy. But so we just wanted to kind of help out, let you guys know of some different great ideas. Don't forget to vote in our stocking decoration contest up until 6 more days. And then, stay tuned. So Whitney and I have something kind of special planned. We're going to be posting something soon. Thank you all for watching our last crazy reel of this or that. But we have something else coming up that you want to be sure to tune into. Hopefully we can pull it off.
Yeah.
But you definitely want to take a look at that. But thank you guys for your follows. Thank you guys for your likes and your subscribing to our social media channels. And have a happy holiday. We'll see you after the holidays.
Yes. Happy holidays.